die.
You can kind of run through process of elimination there.
I'm just trying to
Actually,
keep
that's
things
me.
fun.
Jesse is Spencer F.
Yeah.
We're the same color. It's okay.
Very close.
Maybe it's
Yeah,
a purple one.
Variations of purple and green.
That's
All right.
me, baby.
I'm gonna go ahead and start if you guys are ready.
Oh, also, I figured out what was wrong with my computer last night.
So, are you on your computer right now?
No.
Is it a part that's really bad and dead?
The very nice and very new CPU that I bought is no good.
I mean, at least it's not the graphics card, which no one can buy graphics cards anywhere.
That is correct. Just going through Newegg. Fingers crossed. I should be able to just make a return and switch it out, which is good. I pretty much just got lucky that Tano has roughly the same build that I do, and so going over there when he has the same CPU as mine and everything's cool, and we swap it out to my CPU and it doesn't make post, then that's a pretty stark indicator that the CPU is bad.
I agree.
Oh.
So yeah.
So there we go. All right,
Hopefully
let's do
it'll
it.
all turn on. All right. So last week, you guys met with Stroke, and decided to hunt down the beasts that were hunting children in the port city. You guys went and met a fortune teller, where Remy went and had a long discussion with the man in the tent, figuring out something for her future. You guys then located where the Bargists were hiding in the city. You found your way to a warehouse where you discussed with Larry and Gary on how to get inside of the warehouse, and you were able to get inside. Once inside, you found yourself face to face with the Bargists who are trying to ambush you guys, and you were able to slay one of them. Stroke was able to kill a second with the goblins, and then the third one was able to pass through the walls, running away using the blink spell. You guys are now standing in the room where you were able to kill the Bargists. They're gone now. The two corpses still sit on the ground, and Stroke stands there looking at you guys. And she says, "All right, it's time to go. Let's go and see if we can hunt down this last one."
I say, wait a second. Aren't the children here?
I mean, we can look for them if you prefer. We look for them here.
I mean,
Don't these things eat these things? Or wait, was that the other side? I'm
I don't think they eat them at the location they find them, but I think they just eat them wherever they bring them to, maybe? I don't know.
there might not be any children left.
If you want to spend time, you can spend time searching at least the room to see if you can find any remains of the children or living children.
Yes.
Okay. I'll say you spend about 15 minutes looking through the room with Stroke and your friends, and going through it. You don't find any remains of children. There are no blood splatters or pieces of cloth or children found.
Are they in Vargas' guts?
What, you just want to rip one of these bad boys open and see what you find?
You can
I
rip
mean,
open
sometimes
one
we
stomach
got
to try and check.
Yes. Probably not there.
You
Hey.
rip.
Sure.
You.
Does anyone have the medical knowledge of how long it takes for a child to digest?
You take the knife, and you rip open the Bargist's kind of chest area in the stomach, and out pops a child who is knocked out.
What?
Oh,
Knocked out, not dead, but knocked out.
It's just knocked out. You can roll a knowledge medical or knowledge heal check to try and identify what's going on in the internal systems of the Bargist to understand why the child is alive.
There's not a knowledge heal. Is it just a heal check?
just healing, yeah.
Yeah, heal check. Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, I got nothing for heals. So.
You think that it's just a miracle, that it was just.
It's a miracle.
You think
Well,
that it just is what it is. It got out lucky. The
With the
child. It's a small tiefling child. It does not have horns, so it's not the one from earlier that was kidnapped. But this one has kind of a light pinkish skin, a tail, and instead of kind of regular legs and feet, it has hooves and kind of a lower half, kind of like a centaur or a satyr.
Okay, does the other Vargas have anything in it?
The other Bargist you can cut open and check out in there. You rip open the sternum, and there's nothing on the inside of this Bargist.
well, we can keep trying.
I don't have much additive on it, but can I make a heal check on the child?
On the
See what
child
I can
or on the Bargist to understand why they're alive.
Oh, is that what I would be doing? Trying to check out its insides?
Yeah, so you're trying to figure out why it was alive still, being inside the Bargist for
Okay.
so long.
Then yes. Hey,
You
I don't have to add nothing.
you can check out the body of the Bargist, looking closer at the stomach. The stomach ends right there. It doesn't funnel into the intestines. There is no digestive tract in this creature. And inside the stomach, there is no stomach acid or any kind of enzymes. It's like the child was thrown into the Bargist when it tried eating it, so it was swallowed whole, and then it was kind of like a living prison walking around with a child inside of it.
Hmm.
So it's kind of like an incubator, keeping the child alive for later.
Oh,
Oh.
that's weird.
That doesn't. I thought this was supposed to make me feel better, but I'm not sure that it has. Um.
Well, the child is alive, right?
Yeah, it's just blacked out.
How does that make you feel?
Well,
I mean, good, but
All right, we're at a
there,
net positive.
there, there wasn't one in the other one. I again don't know if it just is, the brunt of the litter and it hasn't captured a child yet,
I'll
or
say with your 19, that's pretty high. You can tell that the Bargist has kind of muscles on the inside of its body, made specifically for regurgitation.
Whoa.
yeah. So chances are, you know, Tweedledum on the ground here has already eaten a child and then spit it back out somewhere else.
It's plausible. There are other Bargas here, right?
There were only two bodies, right? And then
There
the
are
third
two
one got
bodies in-
away.
Yes.
Oh, the one got away.
Right.
Okay.
And after this amount of time, there's no telling where it is. Um,
She.
excuse me, dog, Nax? Rex? Tax? Nax?
Trillinax.
Yeah.
Actually, you can't understand him because your friend's not here to
Ziggins not
translate.
here.
Don't stop me from talking to him. But, hey, you, I'm just gonna point at the Bargist and, shrug.
Oh.
Eh?
Yeah,
Eh?
it shrugs kind of like a dog can shrug, I guess, with its human hands and human hand feet.
Ooh, that's
What is going on? Can we try and is it even possible to begin to track the other Bargas? Because that may be important.
Stroke looks at you and she says, "Well, We could try to track it, but I think that killing 2 of them's pretty good for what it is. I'd be willing to let you guys have your freedom at this point.
I hand the child to her.
You hand the child to Stroke. She
would
barely
know
catches
where
it.
they need to go.
She says, I can take it to the orphanage. Don't worry. But we'll need to do a little bit of paperwork and get you all settled. And we'll need to go over a couple things just to make sure you understand what it means when you've been forgiven. Now, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Why don't we walk and talk? We'll head out of here, and then I'm gonna also probably submit a warrant to have this entire beeswax facility shut down, and that Gary and Larry outside will probably be sentenced to hard labor for the rest of their lives. Okay?
No.
Whoa.
No, I mean they're
I get
definitely
I get
conspiring
I
with.
say, I like Gary and Larry.
You
They
can
need to prove-
roll diplomacy check.
I like to say, let them prove that they are worthy of goodness, and if not, they can do hard labor. Diplomacy?
Yep.
Innocent until proven guilty. Whoa.
She looks and she
Natural
says,
20.
I can. Alright, I guess I can deputize these 2 out here, and they can help me out with whatever issues I got. Okay.
Yeah, OSHA wins again.
Larry and Gary, they'll be joining OSHA. So the door opens up, and then she says, "All right, Larry and Gary, you 2 are coming with me. OSHA's got some needs for 2 boys such as you." And then you just hear him just start going, "What? What's that mean? Where are we going? Where are we? What's? You went in there and lived? What? We saw a bear thing run out the door. It was weird. It's just gone now."
Yeah, which way did it go?
It went that way. Larry points north and Gary points south.
I expected nothing less.
You 2 are really useless, you know that?
That's what my boss sometimes tells us. Right, Larry? And then Larry looks at Gary and says, Yeah, but I'm less not helpful than Gary here. I'm the better of the 2.
I'd like to walk up to them slowly, put my hands on their shoulders and pat them really kindly and say, "Your boss is a good man."
They just smile and look at each other, and you can tell they're just super cheerful and having the best day ever right now. So
you guys go get yourself a milk and a slider.
All right. Miss, can we get a slider and a milk from the new OSHA place we work for? And Stroke just kind of looks and says, "Sure, I guess we can stop somewhere. I don't know.
Try the crayons.
Don't encourage them." So she motions for you guys to come join her out on the police cart. Actually, no, you guys took your cart. So she motions for you guys to join her there.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
She jumps in. And so you guys start heading back to the main headquarters of Strokes. While you guys are on your way there, she starts explaining to you what is about to happen. So she looks and she says, "So we've got to do a little bit of paperwork now that we're gonna make you guys free citizens. But I need to explain a couple things. First off, being free from what you did means that Hosha forgives you, but the rest of the world does not at the moment. Nethys, for one, that empire, those people, they are still not very happy with what you did, and that's a whole different country entirely, and they are not gonna like you for some time until you figure out how to calm down whatever you did to them. Know that also many of them
what they did to
vampire.
us?
Well, those vampire folk are the ones that you did attack. They're also not going to be happy with your lot. So, until you can really find a way to get forgiveness. What are you saying,
Sorry,
son?
go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
All right. Well, as soon as you can find forgiveness from Nethys, then usually the vampire folk will probably forgive you too. But here on the Western continent, them vampire folk are the ones who act as kind of the liaisons of sort for Nethys. kind of exacting out power and the kind of functioning and control of magic items in their trade here. Now, what was your question, boy?
Well, I'm pretty sure those vampires attacked us, not the other way around. They
Well,
were the
we can take a look at the record in my office, but it does kind of clearly state there that one of your friends here cast a heat metal spell onto one of them vampires' armor sets, trying to burn him in the middle of a court case. And from there, that was when the fighting started, and you guys threw the first punch, according due to him. So,
I'm just sitting there giggling.
anyways, remember, you'll be free to have moved throughout the city of the country of Hosha, and a little bit of advice. The Dwarven Empire hates Nethicians. Anyone from Nethys, anyone remotely smelling of the Nethys Empire in any way is greatly hated there. So you don't have to worry about much of Nethys and their lot having much effect if you were to ever pass through their country. Just a little side note I thought I'd give you. Anyways, we're back at the office. We're just gonna have to fill out these forms. Here I have them. Let's go in my office. So you guys walk into her office. She draws out some large sets of forms, and she presents them to you guys. And she says, "All right, just sign these here in triplicate. I'll need 2 initials in the side, and we'll need just those couple things here." And she just slides them your way.
All of us have to sign it?
Yeah, each of you will have to sign your own set of forms.
I put a straight line across each one.
She looks at it and says, that's good enough. It's like magically encoded, so it knows it's you at least. So, we're good.
Can I read these forms? Am I secretly signing my soul away to,
You can read you can make a knowledge... Let's make a knowledge local check for understanding local laws
smart.
and the implications in that sense. And it's going to be pretty hard because this is legal terms.
I'd love to. I just don't want to sign away my soul to the White Raven if I'm not getting paid for it.
Of course.
Ooh. Big additive. Bad roll.
These are legal documents, and that's all you can make out about them. They're very boring, and there's some
I know
big
some of these words.
You see some asterisks here and again, but you're not sure what that means either.
That scene from Good Burger. I know some of these words.
Jeez.
Yeah, I mean, sounds good to me. I'll sign it.
Okay. So you sign it, and then the last one there is Rio, and she looks at you and says, "So you ready to sign, boy?"
Yeah.
Okay. So she pushes you the forms, and I guess you sign it. So you just sign your own signature in there, and she says, "All right, we're good now."
Are we signing
These
for our friends?
will be. Wait, what'd you say?
We're signing for our friends that are currently not here.
Of course, yeah. That I'll say they signed too. Spiritually, they did. And then she takes the forms and she says, "All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and push these forward with the Dragonkin. They should be enacted almost immediately, so you guys have free reign and control over exploring the rest of the city now. Just know that the upper district where the dragons all kind of live, there is a curfew installed for any other race there. So just be careful with that. They don't like it when the other... It's very racist, but what can you do? They control the government, religion, military, every kind of aspect of money, who is a slave and isn't. There's really not much to say here if you're not a dragon. So,
Damn dirty dragons.
They're like Hitler.
what's a Hitler?
Don't
Was he
even
that
know.
funny
I've heard that
man
term
over
before.
over in in the kind of Goblin Lands who tried to help help all the people out?
Have you
Must
ever
be.
heard of a place called Chicago?
I can't say I have.
He's
Ever heard of
there.
Chicago?
Okay, all right. Well, I guess I can go to Chicago. Okay, we can go
Okay.
there. Well, anyways, you lot have free reign to do what you want in the city. Oh, I almost forgot. I did get this weird looking letter. If any of y'all want to take a look at it, it was signed to the Sliders LLC, whatever that means. But you guys can take a look at it whenever you're ready.
What letter is it?
It's the letter J on the side, and it's in an envelope.
This means
Okay.
nothing to me.
She gives you the envelope. It's still sealed. The letter J is on the top right corner.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm scared.
What is? I look at my friends. What does this J mean? Am I missing something?
Can I
Probably means dragon.
Dragon. I like it.
Just throwing it out there.
Yeah, probably. Can I detect magic anywhere on the envelope or its contents?
Yeah, you can. You cast Detect Magic, and there is a slight evocation resonance off of it.
It's a howler.
Oh, it's gonna from Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Who got that? Neville? No.
Yeah. Or Ron got one.
Yeah, I don't want to open this. It's gonna like blow up in my hands, or it might just do like cool fireworks.
I look at Stroke. I said, "Can you open it for us and hand us the letter?"
She says, sure, I can. She opens up the letter. Nothing happens. And you can see as it's opened, you can see the top left-hand side of the actual piece of paper with the stuff written on it has embers forming as if it's starting to slowly burn the letter.
I rush over and start reading the letter.
All right, you grab it and you start reading it.
Read it out loud.
It says, I heard you lot came into the city in helping Stroke. The White Raven has not been much help to me, though I require assistance. Meet me in the market if you want access to the Black Dragon's Keep.
Oh.
And that's it. At the little bottom, it just has a little dash and a larger letter J right there. And then the letter just burns up entirely and it's gone.
What did it say? Because my character didn't read it. I'm
No,
like,
it
asking
was
for me.
it was read aloud.
I read it out loud.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
I read
Oh,
it
I
out
missed
loud.
that part. I'm sorry.
So is just to make a determination here, is going into the Black Dragon's Keep something that we want to do?
I mean, it's what we signed up for, isn't it?
Wait, what's it? Signed up with who?
For Blackfish, we have to go find the eye of the dragon. It's in the cathedral in the heart of this thing.
Is that where the Black Dragon's Keep
Or
is?
this thing. It's one of them. It's the cathedral. This might be the cathedral, actually.
We might need to confirm that before we go raiding something called the Black Dragon's Keep. Or we can just do it.
Those are the two options that we have.
That is true.
Okay, this is sounding familiar, but I'm also dumb. Why was it that he needed a dragon eye?
Instead, it's his artwork.
Yeah. Something.
And we get 5,000 gold pieces total.
A person.
something vague and not
Oh,
helpful, but very profitable.
very profitable.
Right. Yeah. So. And. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So we are we I'm voting towards just raiding it.
Yeah. I mean, what did it say was the meeting place?
I'll let you
market.
know. It was in the market. And the main market, I'll let you know. You're probably smart enough to know it means the real market, where kind of the actual people of the city live at, not the kind of fishing area market.
Which means we're gonna encounter people who are looking for black market things. Right?
You're not sure yet because you haven't been near it yet.
I'm gonna say yes.
Well, I feel like this is the seedier part of town that would be looking for black market things, but I don't know.
Let's see, what do I have on me that's black market?
This is where they get the black market things. And then they
I hand over the Pied's Piper to someone else.
Oh, you're trying to offload your contraband?
Damn it, I don't have the hammer.
No.
Oh, actually. Okay, well, this may be a question for farther down the line, but how difficult would it be to hide a contraband in a bag of holding?
I mean, it's a bag of holding. You just shove it in there as long as no one knows it's a bag of holding, which in itself is a magical item. Then they won't think to look in it.
As long as it doesn't get searched.
I mean, if you just like put it really deep in there, the odds are like if they even search it, right? It's gonna be pretty slow.
Well, it's kind of tricky that when you reach
I will
in,
also say you can
or if you just turn it
legalize-
inside out.
You can have your items legalized if you go to any inn and talk to one of the kind of like viewer people there that work there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll just do that.
what?
Unless they
Snatches
now
the
no
fuck.
now no if it is a deemed very dangerous, they hold the right to take it. So I mean, you take it to them,
My
they
pipe
can legalize
probably
it,
would
and
be
they let you
taken.
take it. If you don't, then they it's up to you if you want to risk. The more dangerous the weapon or item, the more likely it is that they will take it.
But like, what are considered contraband?
Remy's
Like, my pipe
item,
could
some
be-
things are special, like Remy's item. Remy, you have a box that has a mark on it that they are tracking right now.
Right, but it's not contraband anymore because they marked it.
Yeah. So it's marked, they know what it is, it's being tracked, it's in the system. It's not an illegal magic item anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that it?
That's pretty much it. I mean, it's being tracked. Yours is special because they can track yours.
But like, I have a belt of enchanted throwing knives. Is that contraband?
You got those from a blacksmith, and one was rewarded from your sister. The other one came from a blacksmith, if I remember. So you're fine with those. Those are okay. Those are upgraded weapons and stuff that you're fine to have those.
Okay. But like my scrolls of magic missiles that we found.
Those are iffy because those are combat things that you got off of some tribals. It depends on how they feel, and you can get as much marked as you want, but it's up to you what you want checked.
I ask these people a question whenever I see them.
The are you wanting to go to the checker people.
Yeah, the viewers.
Okay. So you, I guess, are gonna leave
wait,
Stroke's area.
When did it say to meet him at the market by?
It didn't say day. It just said meet him at the market. So you can guess he's probably just gonna be there. You don't really know who this person is. You just have a letter, which is the letter J. So, Jesse, you want to go to the checker person?
Yeah,
Okay.
I do.
Anyone else want to go with him, or is he going by himself?
I'll go with him.
Okay. And you want to go too?
I guess I'll go with him. I don't think
Okay.
I have anything.
The three of you go to a local inn. I'll say you're still in the port area. You go to an inn in the port area. And you're able to check in with this one guy who's sitting behind kind of a counter, where you can see he's kind of jailed in behind that area, and there's a small little slit that you can probably push little things through. And as you get closer to him, he has kind of an undead, kind of ghoulish look to him. And he looks at you a lot, and he says, "Oi, what can I get for you here?"
Look at Rio.
Can you appraise items?
Yes, I can. For a simple price of a gold piece.
Okay. I just have a question. It's for an item that I don't have anymore.
Okay.
What would you do? I shouldn't have phrased it like that. I mean, I want to rephrase. I never had this item. I've only
Gold is
postulated
always
about
a good way to rephrase things. And he smiles
Here
a
it-
little bit.
here's 7 gold, and
He
I give him
smiles,
8.
And he takes it and he says, "Now you were rephrasing."
How much would you value a special bejeweled solid gold dwarven hammer at if you were to see it?
How much would I, as in money? How much would I need, or how much would I sell it for?
How
I would
much
say-
would yes, you'd be willing to sell it
Well,
for?
we did find one of those to the south here. One of our agents was able to pick it off of someone illegally carrying around an unmarked weapon of mass destruction such as that.
Oh,
It may have came from the dwarvish clans. They tend to form items that we don't even have much ability to watch or make sure they are in check of. So, wow, sir, we would think that item would be priced at around 18,000 to 20,000 gold pieces.
Oh, yes.
oh my god. Okay, so I basically had like a nuke in my inventory is what it sounds like, and it was a very expensive item that I
Yes.
lost.
Yes, you never used it.
Sorry.
I never understood why you didn't.
So okay,
The
well,
weapon, if
ignoring
you're wondering what it was, it was a +3 warhammer.
Oh my.
Which means you get +3 to your accuracy, +3 to all damage for every time you hit. On top of that, it had flaming, it had sparking, so you roll an extra d6 for fire damage, an extra d6 for lightning damage, and then
That's a
lastly,
powerful weapon.
yeah, it was really good.
I was waiting for someone to come to a. I didn't know that you could just go to an inn to have things appraised.
I'm sorry.
Shit, dude. Okay, well, it's under the bridge. Oh, dude.
He
Okay.
looks and he
What?
says, "Well, they travel in a caravan, usually heading northward. If you ever want to fight them, so."
Yeah. He
You
just.
didn't hear that from me. And he starts kind of opening his palm up for extra gold.
I slap a really sweaty 10 gold in his hand. Emphasis on the
smiles,
sweaty.
and he says, "They'll be traveling north of here on that bridge outside the city in about 2 weeks."
All right, and then also I would like to sneakily show him the hang on. I want to show him that.
That thing. Oh, that thing. That's the case. I'll say.
What the hell is happening? Oh my god.
Blake is watching Shrek.
Oh, that makes sense. That's fair.
Definitely heard Smash Mouth earlier.
Remy
They just
and
reveal you, start freaking out.
Remy and
Like I brought
Ventnor make perception checks. Rio, you're gonna have to make a sleight of hand check for this.
Y'all don't want to know what this is. Madeline, I said you don't want to know what it is.
But
Roll
I do.
worse.
Holden.
Sleight of hand. Okay, here we go. I guess I shouldn't have said anything. That's kind of like anti.
Yeah.
That's gotta be pretty hard to beat. All right.
Yeah.
So,
That 20.
I wasn't thinking about making a check, but I feel like it would be appropriate for the character. Did you say it was just a perception check?
Just a
To
perception
see-
check. Yep.
Swear to God, Holden.
So the dice.
All right.
No
Neither
doubt.
of you see as he quickly flashes this item to the checker guy.
I like to
And-
imagine he's holding it with one hand and then shielding it with his other 3 hands.
Pretty much. You see the checker guy's eyes go very wide, and he says, that is something. Go on the one-on-one with me." He starts whispering to you quiet enough that neither Remy or Ventnor can hear.
Okay.
So you flash the egg, and he says, "Now that's illegal to have here, but not in the realm of Nephis. The trade of dragon eggs is appreciated and allowed. You'll need to find probably a good trader here in the city, someone rich. I wouldn't go to the dragons; they're too close to helping their own. I'd probably reach out to the elves in the far east district. They're always looking for nice small creatures to raise. I'd say you could probably get a nice 9,000 gold out of it.
Wow.
This is rare. Just make sure you have the right contact and you agree on a price before you even show that you have it." And he leans
Okay.
back in his seat. Alright, we can go back to campaign chat. Alright.
Arts and have been putting something together and been a
So,
journey.
he has this little kind of quiet conversation with Jesse, with Rio, and then that's that. So you guys, is there anything else you guys want to check here, Jesse, or Holden
That's
or
it
Remy?
for me.
I would like to say. He does like the stamping on items as well, right?
Would you say stamping on what?
Like
the items to make them
like a-
not controversial.
Approving them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say he's stamping through the things that you've shown so far to him, just so that you guys have been approved by it. He hasn't taken anything.
I say, in theory, if one of us happened to have a scroll of magic missile, level 1,
Okay.
would you get rid of them from us, or would you
I-
approve them for us?
I could buy it off you, but I would not confiscate that.
but would you approve it?
I would approve it.
Is he like telling the truth? Like, can I sense any deception?
You can sense motive him, or you don't really have to. I'll just say he is being truthful here.
Okay, I show my scrolls of magic missile.
He looks at them, and then he just stamps each one very quickly and hands them back to you. He says, all right, there you go. These are kind of not dangerous at all. Most people would
And then I
kind of
have
turn a
another
blind eye.
question.
Yes?
But it's more so for you, Spencer.
Okay.
Is my pipe, can you tell if the pipe is magical just by looking at it, or does it just look like a pipe?
So, that's a question about how magic works, which is complicated. If you were to look at any magic item, like at face value, without any assistance of anything, there is no way to tell if anything's magical. If you look at something with the spell sense magic item or detect magic item on, or detect magic, then you can see the auras of magic items that give off the kind of magic that was used to enchant them. The hunters, or these vampire police officer guys, they have kind of an innate way to detect magic.
Yeah,
and I'll
there are
just
ways to
let
make
you
that
guys,
permanent.
I'll let you guys know that you noticed their necks were a little bit tattooed, and you can make the assumption that they have the tattoo that allows them to permanently see magic items. And that's how this works.
Okay, so I guess this man here is sensing magic items as what you can.
Would you say? You got quieter as
I
you
guess-
kind of.
I guess the man who's approving our items is also sensing magic as we're handing it to you. That's just my theory.
Yes, he's detecting magic on items. Now the item has to be visible for him to actually see it. So if you don't take it out of your bag, they won't see the magic item. They can't detect the magic on it.
But they can't approve it then. They don't have to put a stamp on it.
Yeah, I mean you could show it to him if you like or not. It's up to you though.
I'm scared. I'm sure he's gonna take it. I'm just gonna roll the dice and keep it.
You're gonna roll the dice and let that choose.
No, like I'm actually just. No, I'm not actually gonna roll dice.
I mean, she's taking a chance and not getting it verified.
Okay,
Right.
cool. You can. You
I
do
think.
not get it verified.
That's correct.
All right, cool. You just hide it in your bag and nobody knows
I don't
it's
know.
in there.
The way Spencer's talking makes me scared. Is he a cool guy?
Cool guy. Are you a
You're
cool
gonna make a
man?
sense motive. You're gonna have to roll pretty high to just know if he's gonna be like, I'll let anything slide.
do it.
But okay, well actually,
Are you cool?
probably insinuate whether or not he is.
Cool.
I'll say it's at least like a.
Ooh.
He's a guy.
Ooh.
He is an undead kind of man, kind of with the same curse that Stroke
Can
has.
I bribe him?
Try. Go for it.
It depends on how much money you have.
I mean, this guy probably works outside of the. Well, okay. I see the look of distress on Remy's face,
Yeah.
and I want to pull her off to the side for a moment.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, Remy. These people
Yes.
work on both sides of the law. Trust me, me and him are very alike. He can see the thing that you have, take your money, and still rat you out for it.
Okay, so I shouldn't do it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do it.
I'm playing both sides so that I always win.
Haha, that's how
Exactly.
this works.
I will never lose.
So here's kind of
Walden and Frey did. Anyways.
a general
Didn't work out
a
very well for him.
general world question.
Okay.
Do personally crafted magical items, do those need to be verified?
I will say yes.
Well,
And you being of Nethys, you would know that you would need to do that.
Ooh, yeah. Been a little behind on my
I'll say,
taxes.
you and Remy will know this because you guys were raised in different weird kind of societies that were around magic items. Vetner was raised in Nethys and learned a lot of stuff from the schools there. Remy, you were raised kind of in poverty in Nerul and the desert cities and stuff. But Nerul is a known exporter of magic items, and all of them are basically on the black market. Nothing is legally exported there. And Nethys hates it. They hate the country. Nerul is very much against Nethys. They believe in kind of a very libertarian stance on everything, and there should be no kind of government control on anything, really, ever. You should be allowed to do whatever you want with magic. Nethys is the exact opposite with magic. They think that everything should be very harshly controlled, legally regulated, so that people don't just kind of go crazy. But in doing that, there's a lot of kind of holding backs where only certain people are taught magic there. You have the class systems that Vetner you've seen. That is a big problem there. While Remy, you've kind of seen people kind of can do whatever it takes to make money if they need to survive. And you're not trapped in your kind of slot in society there. So that does that kind of explain the question a bit, I guess, in a world kind of sense?
Yeah, yeah, I think so. So,
I'll also say
um,
not every country follows regulations of Nethys.
Sure.
Hosha is one because they trade with Nethys and they're important, while you have the Dwarven Empire to the east. They hate Nethys, so they do not. Farther east, you have Nerul, where the elementals are, where Remy is from. They do not practice. You have the vampire kind of country. They are heavily controlled. You have the orc kind of country farther northeast. They are controlled. It depends on what country you're in. So you guys could
sure.
easily head northeast, kind of, and leave the country you're in now over the next few sessions, and you won't have to worry about anything with Nethys ever again while you're in the Dwarven kind of empire.
Nice.
But then it would pick up again once you're in another country that is controlled-ish magically by them. It's all like weird regulations and laws and trade agreements that I've written down. That's kind of boring to read and weird, but I did it. Anyways, anything else you want this guy to really check out, or are you feel safe enough to have him check out?
I would like to have registered a cloak of resistance that I am wearing, that I created.
That's a generally common item. The guy looks at it and says, "All right, that'll be 1 gold for processing fees." Takes the gold piece, stamps a little tiny stamp that fades. It's like a magic. Basically, it's like a magic. What's a spell called? Magic symbol, I think, and it disappears
I
instantly.
think so, yeah.
Yeah. So it stamps it. It's not visible really, but it's there.
Not that I would say this out loud, but I wonder if I could forge that symbol.
You're familiar
Yeah,
with the
can
symbol. You could try.
Hmm.
Great.
You would need to get a good look at it, and then let me think about what that would actually be check wise. What would I make that? I'm actually not sure what I would make that skill wise. Because it's special, I would say that would be a check with spellcraft. Actually, that'd be a spellcraft check. But you
Okay.
need to know what the symbol looks like, but you don't know
Us-
it yet.
I also don't have the spell known right now, so
Yeah. If you can
um,
find the
that's a
spell
different thing.
and you can make the spellcraft check and understand what's going on, like how they're regulated in a sense, and you can write the right things, then you could do that and try and manufacture almost undetectable black market goods.
I have a couple more spell scrolls in my inventory, but they're like level 3 spells that I don't think are kosher for the average Joe to have, so I'm going to keep those on the DL for now.
Okay. All right. Anything else you guys need to have checked out?
I'm good.
I'm good at the moment.
All right. Holden, you're good too?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really have much.
Okay.
Contraband.
Sweet. I should have marked this off. But you guys have now unlocked the rest of the city. You can go wherever you like right now. I'm actually going to type out in the Roll20. Actually, I'll type it out in the Discord chat one at a time. Some of the locations that are in the city that you guys can go to, just so that you guys can kind of easily think about places to go to. So you have basically. So this is a major city. So every type of shop is available here. Anything that you want can be found here, including scroll shops. Holden, those are unrestricted by school. They have all spells. Only thing that is restricted is necromancy. I'll say that. Next, you have the military / prison. You can go there to check things out. You have the Church of Abadar. You have the elf settlements to the east. You have the middle class sector, which are those blue houses, and then you have the lower class sector, which is the brown houses. You have the slums, which are kind of these kind of mines looking area up here. In the upper district, you have the zoo. There is a zoo here. You can also walk around and take a look at the Dragon Cathedral. And that's pretty much everywhere inside of the city that you can look at. If you have any other questions of other areas that might be here, I'll answer them. But those are kind of the main areas if you want to check out any of those. And the shops will count as the market area. I'll give you guys a minute to think about where would you like to go.
I would eventually like to go to the shops, but if we're going to meet that guy there, I think we should save that for last.
Sure. We want to go to the church. Is there anything positive that we would want there?
Well, isn't that
Wait.
where we're getting the Eye of the Dragon?
So
That's
you have
the
the Church
cathedral.
of Abadar and the Dragon kind of cathedral.
Oh, I wrote down it says the cathedral. I don't know if that's true. It says the main cathedral.
That's
Yeah,
the main
well,
cathedral in the city.
we'll probably go there after talking with our contact. I figure we won't do that first. So the Church of Abadar would not be the target location.
Gotcha.
Um, which remind me, is Abadar the god related to keys and such?
God of keys and walls and humans.
Yeah, yeah. I'm cool with Abadar. Me and Abadar vibe. Um, um. So yeah, if we're looking for a starting point, why don't we go there first?
Alright.
Okay. So you guys go to the Church of Abadar. You guys finally, for the first time, leave the port district of the city and enter into actually a more lively portion of the city. You can see there's children running around. There's people moving around without a care in the world. And it seems like a kind of a happier place than in the port. It's more human infested. There are not really any other races around. Every now and again, you see an half elf, and there's a decent number of wood elves. They're just darker skinned elves that kind of their exterior of skin kind of resembles tree bark in just the way that it grows. You guys slowly move towards the church, and you can see it's a small building. It's right here on the map. I'll put Vetner right on top of it. It's a small building. There's a couple of little monks standing outside. 3 humans. They look pretty young. And then there is 2 more monks that you can see on the inside. The church itself is made out of what seems to be just various stones and some kind of oak woods. It's very well put together, and it looks to be kind of a good point for it to stand against anything else that would come against it. As you guys enter inside of the building, you can see there are 2 more monks here. One is oddly shorter than all the rest. It does not appear human. And there seems to be a much older looking priest standing behind kind of a pulpit area. And he's just kind of reading what looks like a big holy book. What would you guys like to do?
Could we walk up to the priest?
The older one who's reading the book.
Yeah.
Okay. You walk up to the older priest reading the book, and he looks at you and he says, Yes, my children. Abadar welcomes any into his flock, and we see one of his own chosen children stands before us. And he points to you, Vetner, and he says, What blessings can we bestow upon you children on this day?
Just like frowning, and I'm like, I'm not a child.
Wait, what'd you say?
Child.
I'm not...
I'm frowning, and I'm like really confused. I'm like, I'm not a child.
He's like, but I am but a child in the sight of Abadar, for he's lived much longer. He's our father.
I say, but you're an old man.
I am but a speck in the lifetime that the gods have lived. My understanding may be somewhat more than yours of Abadar, though I am but only a drop in his sea of knowledge he gives to us.
Well, hello, Spec.
Yeah, man, right on.
You bless me with these words. I thank you for acknowledging where I am in my journey, studying these words. And he bows to you, Rio.
Respect.
Yes, you were but a fart from the butt of existence. And this
That-
is so.
that
My name
was
is
a little
Rio.
uncalled for, I won't lie. He stops bowing and looks at you.
Are you rejecting the blessings of Abadar?
You pose new questions upon me I have not pondered yet through these days. He is the key to the lock of our hearts and letting us walk forward. He is the one who pulls off all of our heartache and toils that the Great One Theramir puts upon us.
Yes, he's the doctor to all of your prostate exams, for which you must have beyond the age
You speak
of
with wise
45.
words. I
Yes.
thank you for these things. May I introduce you to the rest of my flock here that worship with me?
Yes, as long as they have had their vaccinations.
Of course. We make sure that everyone is 6 feet apart every day. He walks you over to the short-looking non-human monk on the ground, and he says, "This is the newest of our fold, and one of our greatest devotees, Rexar." And he points down, and you see, looking up from underneath the monk robes, is a white-scaled kobold. And it looks at you, and it says, "Yes, I am a believer. I pray to Abadar." And it holds its hands together and just bows its head.
Hello, believer of Abadar. This is my other believer of Abadar. I point to Vintner.
Heyo.
Nice to meet you.
Heyo.
Oh, great old one, may I have a moment alone with these guests? I would like to speak with them, please. And the older man looks at him and he says, "Well, I guess so. Be sure to teach them right and don't lead them astray, okay now, Rexar?" And he says, "Yes." And then the old man walks out of the room. You're now left in the room with Rexar, in kind of a little worship area. And Rexar walks up to you guys and he says, "This is all a ruse. I need you all to listen, please. I'm looking for someone to help me here."
Whoa. I don't know if I can trust somebody who'd be going back on Papa Abadar like that.
Look, this has nothing to do with Abadar. It has everything to do with Tiamat. And the Black Dragons, the Red Ones, they're all working together in ways that don't make sense. My name's not Rexar. I lied so that I could be in hiding. I can't leave this building, else I'll be executed. I'm being hunted as we speak, and I need you to help and just listen. Okay, do I have your attention?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
all we have to do is listen and we help you.
You've been throwing out the right buzzwords, and I'm listening.
Okay. They're planning something in the ocean. I used to be a dock worker here, and one day I got on a ship. They took me out to sea, and then we took piles and piles of gemstones and chucked them into the ocean. The odd thing was, they were so specific about where we were throwing them overboard and what gems to throw at which location. I don't know what they're doing, but it scared me, and so then I went and alerted the guards. And they laughed at my face, and they told my superior what I had done, and then I knew later that night that my family had been killed, and my home was burnt to a crisp. I ran, and then wanted posters for my existence were placed all over the city.
Oh,
This has been going on for quite some time now. I don't know what's causing it or what they're doing out there, but I do know they're only looking for 5 specific gemstones. Red rubies, white diamonds, black opals. They're looking for green emeralds and blue sapphires. They're spreading them out like as if it were 5 heads of some massive creature, like it were Tiamat or something. I don't like it. I don't know what they're planning, but they're pouring out so many of these gemstones into the sea. They're planning something. I don't know what.
So, where's about are we talking? Um, are these being dumped?
In the middle of the Gulf of the Dragons. If we were to go about 2 days' journey by ship into the ocean, just east of here, no, west of here, I don't know my directions, I'm sorry, then you'd find yourself in the Great Gulf of the Dragons, of the Empire of Hosha. That's where they're dumping all of the gemstones at. Each one's a couple miles apart.
Oh. Wait, do we need
Okay.
I want to look at my pack. Do we need to search for this?
I don't know what to do. I just needed to make sure someone knew this was happening. I've tried telling the father, and he keeps telling me to recite prayers to Abadar to resolve it. He keeps saying Abadar will send a boy and his friends to resolve the issue somehow. And I don't know what that means.
Really?
So are
You
they
don't,
still
you don't know what that means?
are they still looking for gemstones to dump?
They're importing gemstones from other nations and places. They're able to mine out these black opals from the southern portion of their empire. They can get diamonds from north of here in the Elflands. They can get rubies from the dwarves. They're getting sapphires far to the east from orcs that they're importing. And far across the sea is where they get emeralds from the Kasatha. They're importing mass loads of this. They're heavily taxing the humans until they have almost nothing left. And all just to be able to pay for all these gemstones, and I don't know what they're doing. I can make a guess, though. There's an
What
old
do you think?
tale in the cult of Tiamat that if you were able to make something that looked like Tiamat and you prayed just hard enough, a god would come in a physical form on our plane.
Just a god, not like is it a random god?
No, it would be Tiamat for sure. I it's only passed through the likes of her. But that's not only the weirdest part, though. We've been seeing more and more ships of these metallic dragons, and they're even coming into the harbor too, which is odd. They work closely with Nephis. They work trying to help them, usually doing good works. I don't know why they're here. And they're taking these boats of slaves and throwing them into the ocean. The weirdest part is the slaves are adorned in armors made of fine metals of gold, brass, copper, silver. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't know what they're doing. And it's in a similar pattern, just the opposite direction of where they're explicitly dumping these creatures, these slaves, letting them drown wearing their armor.
Like sacrifices.
Something like it. We were always
sounds-
taught that Tiamat was a great dragon goddess of 5 heads. 5 heads of the 5 colors of dragons. But we're also taught that the metallic dragons taught that Tiamat was a dragon of 5 colors of the metallic dragon. What if she has 10 heads?
Whoa,
Well,
that's a lot of heads.
It is. I don't like it. I don't know what they're doing, but they're searching for something. I'm just glad to at least tell someone what's happening up there.
Well, I hope you get to safety.
I plan to possibly die in this small church. This is as safe as I'll be.
Say, I don't know what to say to it, so I just kind of like tap him on the shoulder.
He kind of starts crying a little bit.
Oh.
It will
says,
be okay.
My name
My
is...
young. My young
My-
Abadar nutsack.
My name is Magros. I've been trying so hard, and I don't know really where to go now. Do you guys know a way out of the city? Any way that I could get out?
If we put you in a box, we can
I'd
smuggle
be
you
willing
onto
to
a
get in that
ship.
box. I'll get in that box. I'll go wherever it sends me. Just get me out of here.
If we put you in a box and put you down, like, say, a body of water,
I mean, can
maybe
you get
that
a floating
would work.
box?
I
And
look
then the
at-
Pharaoh's daughter finds him.
They will call
Okay.
you Jesus.
I look at Ventnor. I'm like, we have to help him.
Then we must formulate. We gotta formulate a plan, I guess, on how to. If we have to, we don't have to help this guy.
We have to help.
Okay,
He's
we
sitting
have
there
to
and
help.
he's listening to you guys. He says, I'll help you in any way I can. I'll even be your personal slave if you need it. I'll just get me out.
Wow.
I'll be forever bound to you. My life
Whoa.
for yours. And he just bows to you three.
Ventnor, this is your problem.
We don't trade lives here. Yeah, we should know somebody who can smuggle you out of here.
Really? Okay. Well, please,
Unlock
sir.
your the potential. Yeah, I don't know.
We need
I'm-
to talk to the dwarves that carried us to.
I'm a little rusty on my Abadar jokes.
Well, just make sure and send them as soon as you can, else I'll probably end up dying in this place.
Well, that's not so bad.
You don't want to pray to this guy every day. I don't.
Well-
I've seen worse ways to go.
Have you really? It's like you're choking on piles of poop every day. Have you even seen something like that? Is that a thing people do? I don't think so.
Well, I've heard of a kid getting high-fived through the floor of an elevator, so I think that he's right.
Okay. Well,
That's my favorite story.
I'll sit here and wait for you all to return one day. Or at least send help.
Okay,
Thank
we
you.
might need to write that
Okay.
down. Don't forget the little.
You got it, and then never come back. Oh my gosh.
Terrible.
Um,
Okay, I
Like I
vote
said,
we
my
leave, we
real
go back
name-
to the harbor.
My real name is Magros. Don't forget it. I go by
Magros.
Rexar here.
Got it.
Egg roast.
Now, was that your first name or your last
Hail
name?
from the
It is my
chapel.
only name. I have no last name.
well, let's be clear here. It's not your only name. Not right now.
Okay.
Look, all I'm saying is if someone comes asking for a Magros at the church, they're not going to find anybody. But if he asks the father for Rexar,
Exactly.
then someone potentially with large boxes could find you.
Exactly, yes. Thank you.
Yeah. Magros doesn't exist, but Sparky, however, Sparky might exist. Okay.
I've heard that Sparky's a free man.
Yeah, Sparky doesn't have anything to worry about.
He just sits down in his spot and he's like, "Thank you. I'll just wait." He
You
just
got it,
sits there
Sparky.
quietly.
All right,
and he holds
now
his
let's,
hands together,
walk
doing a
away.
fake prayer.
What was that guy's name? Anyways.
Y'all want to go shopping?
Yeah.
I will not
I
remind you guys. Uh,
I
So
say,
you
no,
guys-
wait, we have to go to the harbor.
Spencer wants us to forget
Harbor.
about him.
so you guys go to the harbor. Are you just gonna go straight to the White Raven, or who are you gonna go to? Are you gonna look for someone to
I'm gonna
smuggle
go
him out?
to the dwarves that took us here.
You get to where the port was, where you guys were unloaded off the boat. That boat is gone. They've sailed off somewhere else. It's been
No.
a couple days.
Oh,
Okay,
Oh.
we need to find Stroke.
Okay.
Please, so.
You go to Stroke's office. I'm gonna say it's pretty late in the evening now, and she is there. She looks like she's doing some paperwork or something at her desk, and she's having a massive migraine. And she looks up at you lot and she says, "Well, oh, you're back. What can I do for you?"
Need your help.
Okay. What can I
No
do?
questions asked.
Okay.
Need you to get a ship.
Okay.
Don't care what ship. I need
All right.
the crew to get a box and go see a church and then put the box onto the ship.
Okay. We can. You said it doesn't matter where it's being shipped to.
Preferably to the dwarves.
To the dwarves.
Whoa. Hold on a
They're
second.
not with them!
What you have gone a little sideways on me. You've lost me here. Well, what is your plan?
Gotta get them out.
Yeah, and then what?
you're gonna keep him?
No.
Look,
Wherever he wants to go.
he's got a lot of knowledge about something that is very interesting to me. And they've been pretty quiet today, but I would hate to babysit another, whatever you'd like to call it. I don't know, maybe baby. But,
Maybe.
this individual does seem very useful to us.
Want to risk his life?
Okay. What chances do you think that this kid has if you ship him with nothing but a robe with keys on it into the middle of Dwarven land where... Wait, are they cool? Well, okay. I don't remember how they feel about dragons, to be fair. But the dwarves are also in the middle of a civil war right now. So you think this kid with a robe and keys that presumably don't go to any real locks, they're just for show, you think that's gonna help him in the middle of this war-ravaged land of very small, angry men and women?
I poke Ventnor in the chest and I say, he probably has a better chance there than here, but fine. You take care of him. And walk away.
Stroke just kind of looks at you and she says, "I can probably get a box on a ship for about 20 gold pieces. White Raven and I can work together and get something like that shipped out."
Yeah.
Just
Yeah. Who was the box for?
that's what I need to know. Where we sending this box to? That's all I need to know.
I feel like it's.
Yeah,
What was his name? Pookie.
Pookie. All right, she writes down Pookie on a form.
tell the... No.
Not Pookie. Okay, she
Tell it-
erases it.
Tell your contacts that at the Church of Abadar, the acolyte Rexar will have cargo for them.
Okay, well I'll do that. All right,
But-
and she writes that down. All right, and she says, "Where is it being shipped to?"
Yeah, that's a great question. Can we? um, here's a funny little whimsical idea. Um, can we ship him to the Blackfish, and when we go to collect our bounty, just kind of pick him back up?
Can
Sure.
we do that? They
Yeah, sure you can. It's a
I
location.
mean,
would that not cost something? Just
it'll cost $20 to ship a box over to the Blackfish.
20 bucks
well,
to ship him anywhere. That's what I'm saying right now.
what about like storage and handling?
For a low flat rate. Okay, he's not. With all due respect to um, Rexar's cargo, he's not like a cantaloupe. He is sentient and hopefully will be able to take care of himself for like a week before we can get back to him. Um,
Yeah, she looks at you and says,
his,
I can send him to Allendale if you need me to. That'll be pretty easy. And send that box over there.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay, let's go on ahead and just send him to the Blackfish. Call it a day.
I'll. Okay. You know what? Since Wendy over there was getting sassy with me, I'll foot the bill for this. But
Indeed.
when it comes down to his eternal slavery and servitude and undying love, it's going to all of my 20 gold pieces, okay? All right, I'll give her the 20 gold and sort out the paperwork there.
Okay, cool. You do the paperwork and stuff. You now have a box being shipped to Allendale with a person inside. I'll say the White Raven will take care of the rest, getting him in the box and such. So you now have him that all kind of figured out. You guys are now open to anywhere else in the city you want to go to.
Do we want to hit the shops before we end for the night?
I'm ignoring Ventnor. I look at Rio and say, "Do you want to go to the shops?"
Is there an echo in
Uh,
here?
I just have a stupid look on my face because I have no idea what's going on. Yeah, I want to go to the shops.
All right, all right.
So we go to the shops.
Alright, so on Roll20, I just threw you guys over to the main page area. So you guys can actually see all kind of the shop stuff there. If you're looking for something probably more specific or other magic items that might be here in the city, let me know, and then I will give you a shop to go to for there.
I would like to buy some potions.
Okay. What potions you getting?
I want. Can I get?
Potion seller.
Okay. So if I get a Cure Light Wounds level 2, what's the difference between that and a level 1?
It maxes out at level 5. So Cure Light Wounds, I think, is a D8 plus 1 at level 1. At level 2, it's a D8 plus 2. Level 3 is 1D8 plus so on and so forth until it maxes at 5.
Yeah,
I
so
would like to
that
get.
specific spell, and something to remember is that's like guaranteed healing is that additive there. So higher levels get more guaranteed.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Can I get 2 level 2s of cure light wounds.
Sure. That'll be 200 gold pieces.
Right. Like 400 total.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I did math bad in my head. So that was some potions. Anything else from the general stuff you guys want to look at?
I'm looking. Examining some spell such. So here, wait, I don't already know this spell. So a question completely unrelated to my newfound forgery hobby. Um, I'm reading the spell description for Arcane Mark.
Yeah.
Is that what you were referring to? That they're
Yes.
marking these? Okay. So, um, it states that if an invisible mark is made, a detect magic spell causes it to glow and be visible.
Yes.
So, it also says not necessarily understandable. If I can both detect magic and read magic, could I observe the mark to at least attempt to try and
Yes.
forge it?
So,
Because
do you have...
below it talks about see invisibility, but I assume that's like if you don't know what you're looking for.
Yes. What item with a mark on it are you gonna have? Are you gonna detect?
Well, I just got my cloak registered, and I saw where he put the mark on that.
Okay.
So
It's just a +1, right?
correct.
Okay. Um, you look at the cloak. You're gonna cast detect magic and try and look at it. So you do that, and you look at where the mark was engraved on it, and you know wizard speak. So you're able to read in kind of the wizard language of Nethys. It's a 1 is written there.
Okay. Um, um, yeah. If there's already a risk that the magical clarinet is going to get confiscated anyways, um, could I try and examine the Piper's Pipe to...
If Remy will let you.
I don't know how to phrase
I will
it more than
let him.
metagaming, trying to find out the caster level. The relative power
Try
level
and
of
figure
it.
out the strength looking at it. I don't think that there's actually a way to do that.
Try to examine them.
You could do. I mean, you rolled enough to understand it and know all about it. You can roll an appraise check to try and see if you can find the value, and that's kind of how you'll have to figure out how strong it is off of that, I guess. Because I don't really have a caster level for that item because it's a homebrew item.
Okay.
But I do have kind of a price associated with it.
I mean, yeah, it couldn't hurt. So, Remy, pretty please, may I?
hand
Mother,
to you.
Mother, may I? Simon
I don't
says.
talk to you, but I hand it to you.
You could probably get maybe like $20 for it.
I heard that'll pay for a small orphan child to get shipped to the next town.
Yeah.
You could save one orphan a day.
With
That's a lot.
with one donation of a magical
In the
Pied
arms
Piper,
of an angel.
you could save a child.
How could you not donate?
Um. Yeah. So. Yeah. What else? Was anyone else interested in things at the market?
The potion seller said those potions were too strong for me, even though I told her I was going into battle.
It's kind of astounding how recently I'd actually found that video because I'm pretty sure that video's
Like 8 or 9
It's
years
ancient.
old. Yeah.
it's fairly old, yeah, and I only found it like
My potions are too strong for you.
maybe in the last like 4 or 5 months.
Potion seller, I'm going into battle, and I need only your strongest Sorry, I'm just like repeating it, even though we've mostly heard it. Madeline, you haven't, but
9 years old. Wow.
That's an old weird video.
Um,
I'll post it. Unless y'all have it already.
take it. Uh,
Any other major kind of things you guys looking for at the shops?
I am not.
Okay. Anything else you want to do in the market? Jeez, that video.
We need to hang out and wait for Jay to show up.
You gonna look for the guy?
I'm not gonna look for the guy because I don't know what he looks like.
I mean, at least figure out who the person is.
There's no way to know, right?
Not really, no.
I mean, so could we ask if? So this is the guy whose name possibly begins with J.
Yep.
Can we ask for any people with like J names in the
Jason
market?
Derulo.
You find.
oh my gosh, it's Jason Bourne.
You find Jason Bourne just kind of shopping out. He has a gun. The U.S. government is chasing him right now. He's. Jesus.
Jesus
No.
Christ, is Jesus born?
I don't know how I've never heard that before.
He's gonna save you and murder you.
You guys are in the shop just talking, asking random people about this person with a J. And most everyone just kind of shakes their head no at your questions. I'll say everyone make a perception check right now.
Whether it's before or after that, I found a spell that I might want to purchase a scroll of.
Okay. So
Gosh.
you think of a spell you might want, and you start approaching the scroll area, and you can see that it is run by vampires.
I'm not going. Holden still has the pipe. Not mine anymore.
You give up the pipe.
Well, no, she's just saying I'm the
Nope. I'm not taking it back.
scapegoat here.
He's the scapegoat.
Okay, so if I'm carrying that now, should I put that in my inventory?
Yeah,
Sure.
let me tell you what it does. You tell you what it does.
Hey, everybody just hold on for a second.
I'm just gonna copy and paste what I have.
Does... Okay. So let's think here. What are the chances that now that our wanted posters have been taken down, what are the chances that they know that we're the same? Um, y'all want to go for me? They got my picture really good.
Are they still after us?
Yeah, I don't know, but the way to find out seems a bit risky.
Do you have the pipe?
Yeah, I got the pipe.
Okay, well tell me what you want and I'll go buy it for you. But you gotta give me money too. Don't know how much
Yeah,
it is.
I will determine the amount of money at a later time because I don't remember. But ask
Okay.
them if they have a scroll of pilfering hand.
Pilfering hand?
Pilfering, like someone trying
Pilfering.
to steal from you.
Okay, I will go ask the
But not
vampires
necessarily
if they
stealing.
have a scroll of pilfering hand. I'm doing
Okay.
that now.
Remy, you walk up to the scroll area. It's a building. You walk up to the building, and you can see out front there is a vampire. And inside there are two vampires working behind a desk of some sort. You walk into the building, and you can see the vampire behind the desk looks at you, and they ask, "All right, what can we do for you today, miss?"
Do you have a scroll of pilfering hand at any chance?
Pilfering, yeah, we have that right back here. And he pulls out a scroll out of the back area, and he says, "This is what you're looking for here." And he opens it up, and there's this big document of ancient-looking texts that you have no idea what it says. It's in a completely different language. All right, sounds great. What level is the spell, Holden?
It is level 2, so to my understanding that should be 300 gold.
Yep, that is 3.
And regardless of whether I know the legitimacy of that, I gave the money to her before. I gave the money to her and then she left. So, you know, buyer
Okay, I
beware.
would like to purchase this, please.
He says, "Great. All right. You look familiar. Have we seen you before here? Are you new in this town?"
Yeah, I've never been here before. Have you been over
Yeah.
near, Sylph? That's where I'm from. Oh, no, Sylph. I am Sylph. Where am I from? I don't even know.
Yeah, we have some interesting kind of laws here. We're not technically part of Hosha. We're
I mean,
part
I'm
of
from Cole.
Nethys. You're from where?
Cole.
Say that again. Is that? Oh, you're talking about your hometown, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Cole. Yeah. Oh, I've never heard of that. Is that important? Or somewhere? Where is that?
It's like in the desert.
Never been there. Never heard of it.
Yeah, you probably don't want to go there. We're very poor over there.
Okay.
Not very fun.
I got you. Anyways, here we got the scroll right here. I swear I've seen your face before. I can't quite put it somewhere.
I mean, you are in a big city. You probably get a lot of sylphs around here, trading and
Actually, we don't. Most sylphs only stay to the ports and leave. It's quite odd to actually see someone like you wandering about here.
well, I get tired of being by the sea. Gotta explore.
Well, you have a nice day, miss. Okay. And he takes
Thank you.
throws the throws you the scroll, takes the money, and
I'll
just
give
kind
him
of
an
waves
extra
goodbye.
10 gold.
He takes this. He's like, "What is
I-
this? Is this a tip? We don't need a tip, miss."
I didn't
Tip,
fund
and then I
that.
wink. And then I wink and I walk away.
He sits, and then he looks like he's thinking very hard as you walk away. And you see him kind of whisper to the person next to him as you walk off, and you leave the scroll area.
Okay,
You're
so
back
I walk
outside.
really fast to Ventnor and I push the scroll into his chest. I'm like, we have to go now.
Look, I
Gotta go. We got to go.
don't know what you're doing here, but we've got to give you some lessons on how not to be suspicious because
You weren't
You-
inside. You don't know what happened.
I figured I was like far away. I couldn't hear anything, but I can see that you stand out like a sore thumb compared to the whatever.
I get really close to Ventnor. I was like, you're this close to make me want to punch you.
I've got.
I can't
I'll
control how I
say you
look.
guys. I'll say you guys were busy while this was happening, so
Oh.
you guys are standing around, kind of arguing, and Remy, your hand goes in your pocket for a second while you're kind of yelling, and you feel some sort of papers in your pocket now that wasn't there before.
Oh,
I pull it out.
bomb.
It's another little envelope with the letter J in the top right corner.
I'm like, I can't do this. Hand it to Holden.
You hand it to Holden, to Ventnor.
I'm,
Ventnor, you kind of your hand goes in your pocket for a second, and you've got yourself your own envelope as well.
I guess. Well, okay. Hold on.
Is
Before I
Rio
forget,
cowboy?
to write down that I acquired a scroll.
Can I check my pockets?
You check your pockets, and you find a scroll marked J as well.
What?
You all three have a
Guess
little
I-
envelope with the letter J in the top right corner.
I guess I'll keep my envelope.
And that's where we're gonna end for tonight.
Oh, we can't read it?
Nope, not yet.
Shoot.
Can I
Oh.
verify the validity of the scroll that I received?
You can cast. What do you mean? Like, what are you wanting to make a skill check or cast a spell on it?
I just want to open it and be sure that it's the right spell.
Oh, you're talking about the
Doesn't
spell,
trust
not the
me.
envelope. Yeah, you can open the spell. You can read it. It is definitely the spell you needed.
Whew.
She got you the right thing.
You're welcome.
She did not get you the wrong brand of allergy medicine.
Danke schön.
I got you Allegra, not Claritin.
That doesn't work on me.
Oh, I'm allergic.
It's the exact opposite of what I need. Alright.
All right, Jesse, we're gonna have to start running some operations here because I can now. So, Mage Hand is baby stuff. No good. Party tricks. Pilfering Hand can steal things.
Uh-huh. What about mage? So you got mage hand. What about mage leg? Or even better yet, what about mage man?
What
You
about
make
that?
a man.
But
That's me. You're looking at him.
Whoa, that's a crazy magic trick.
For tonight, I'm gonna give everyone 300 EXP a person.
nice.
Because you guys
300?
did some fun stuff that was actually kind of risky a little bit. So I was proud of you guys. Good job. And that's pretty much it for tonight.
What was our risky thing that we did?
Going into the scroll shop.
Really?
Going into the tip of Abadar, talking to that guy and figuring out how to help him. Those things really.
We were